Hey guys, I just wanted to talk about a little something that I think we not only truly need to talk about, but we need to stop the fearfulness of vaccines, because as this world develops, we are exposing people to more and more risks. And one of the main risks out there that I think is necessary to talk about is the lyssavirus. So this is an open discussion on the lyssavirus today on the COVID-unsafe podcast. Let's begin. So first point that I want to point out is that if we become more fearful of vaccines, then we are opening ourselves up to more deadly viruses such as lyssavirus. By saying, oh no, vaccines are bad, they cause autism, then we truly are saying that these vaccines that have saved lives, many lives, are dangerous. Then what's that going to do to viruses like this? It's going to make them become more prevalent. And places such as Australia, such as the UK, that are currently lyssavirus, rabies virus free, but they do have their own variants of them, will have rabies. So I think it's important for people to, and especially for the health officers, to go, we need to make this mandatory for children aged 2 on up. Because once you've had the vaccine, the course of vaccines, you're basically immune for life from it. It's a highly effective treatment, and it stops it in its tracks. Because it allows your body to build up defenses and help get around the workarounds that Lyssa has. So let me just explain how it kills. So it's an encephalitic disease. It kills people by encephalitis, basically, so an inflammation of the brain. Essentially, how it stops the immune system from attacking and destroying it is by hijacking the neurons in your brain to send out self-destruction signals to macrophages, your first line of defense. So basically, this programs cell suicide. As soon as it receives that message, it just explodes into your brain. It also moves down to your salivary glands, but because your brain is so severely damaged after it, it causes encephalitis. So it doesn't happen during the course of the disease, it happens once it tries to escape. So I'm truly trying to say here is that we need to stop becoming fearful of vaccines, because we're going to give viruses, I've already said this, we are going to give viruses like Lyssa a chance to spread across the globe, become a global pandemic. And once that happens, there's no stopping it. Vaccines will be basically ineffective. So we, as a society, need to stop being so afraid of vaccines, and we need to man up. We need to say vaccines aren't dangerous. They carry very low side effects. Only, I think it's about 1 in 1,000 people are allergic to certain types of vaccines, and most you're going to get is a sore arm and a sniffly nose. That's it. There's no risk involved. In Victoria, all vaccines are 100% free and paid for by the government from the immunisation program. The flu shot isn't mandatory. That's why it isn't, so you have to pay for it. But there's very low cost to it. I think it's about $60 per shot. So it's a very low cost, and you can get bulk bill on it. So Medicare will cover it. So it's just, why even take that chance? Why even take that chance to let a super deadly virus like Lyssa torment the globe even further than it already has for thousands of years? It's already been found in our native bat population here in Victoria. And it's spreading from bat to bat, from colony to colony. And soon our grey-haired flying foxes in Cremon Botanical Gardens will be infected with it. That means that Royal Botanical Gardens might have to shut down and start issuing immunisations to the bats, or even destroying them. Because the only effective way that we can ever get rid of it is through education, through knowing you need to report any contact with a bat. Any. Do not approach sick, dying bats. Do not approach ones that have staggered gait or are aggressive for no reason. Do not approach ones that look awful. Do not approach the ones that are on the ground during the day and not sleeping. Unusual bat behavior, such as aggression towards humans, is a symptom of it for them. And even if you think there's a possibility that you could have been exposed, you need to get the course of vaccination. So, yeah. We don't do the testing anymore because it's not worth it. It's quite painful. So, and also there's very low risk involved with getting the vaccine. That's why I want the vaccine mandatory for kids aged 2 and up. Because if we continuously keep this trend of being suspicious of all types of vaccines and the medical community is this, and we start following alternative treatments, we could see a real spike. Victoria could see a real spike in these cases of Australian bat lyssavirus. A very, very close relative of the rabies virus. And there's some nuance to that. Not every single lyssavirus is deadly. Like some of them, I'm just going to say right now, please don't jinx me, is that some of them have more survivability, and that's literally a 1-to-1 difference, a 1% survival difference. So, I think really what needs to be done is we need to educate people about the severity of this illness, how it's not just a regular virus and we can treat it at home, how it's so deadly in fact. I'm not saying that people need to be afraid of it. What I am trying to say is the risk is low of getting it, but the potentiality of dying is very high if you do have it. Like virtually 100% fatal between those two viruses here in Australia and in America. There's virtually no difference between the survivability. It travels through nerves to get to the brain, and the reason why vaccines aren't effective is because there's blood-brain barrier, meaning, well, the vaccine can't help you if it's already inside your brain. So, in a sense, what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid of vaccines. Because in the moment that you truly do need it, they will be your best friend. That's it. Thank you for listening to the COVID-Safe podcast. Have a nice day.